What's going on, everybody? This is still the Unnamed Podcast with your man J Rod as the quote unquote host, I guess. And who we have on the guest mic this time.
Yo, it's your boy Zero. But this week, I'll be going by the name of Smash Adams.
And why Smash Adams?
Just because, bro.
Did you just make that up? I hope you did.
Nah, I've had that with me for a couple years now.
Jesus. Well,
shout out to my boy Kyrie.
Oh, that's not a self-proclaimed?
We kind of came. It was an inside joke.
Inside joke.
But that's now become one of my nicknames. One of his nicknames as well. It's interchangeable.
Okay.
But yeah, Smash Adams this week.
Got it. All right.
You can call me Smash for short.
No. I'm not going to do that. Anyway.
Mr. Adams.
No. I still haven't even revealed that, like, I call you a completely different name than all of your alter egos that you have. And I haven't even explained that. But anyway, I'll get to that later. But as I opened with this podcast still not having a name, I've come to a decision after I did my own little version of a polling as well.
So before we get into the name reveal,
yeah.
How did your poll end up going?
So I have no shame. But it was legit almost identical to yours. So it's just people do not give a fuck.
Shame on
Which
all
I think is funny. I thought it was so funny after seeing the amount that I got. It was almost identical to the amount of people who voted on yours. So I don't care. I think I got a sample size of like 14. And yours was 13.
One up me. So what were the results for your poll?
So it was almost like right down the middle, but the opposite. For Kick It Back. But the thing is, like we talked about before we had the podcast, the other episode, I was going to remove some people because we have some of the same friends as followers. Right. So it was actually in favor of Kick It Back over Pass the Vibes.
Okay.
But with that, and even with the numbers almost being identical, I'm going with Pass the Vibes podcast.
And there you have it, folks.
So this is the Pass the Vibes podcast, or how I'm going to want to abbreviate it, the PTV. So PTV podcast. Because also, side note, aside from these podcasts that me and Smash Adams.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I couldn't remember because it's so stupid. That me and Smash Adams are doing aside from this podcast is once I figure out the full setup of my gaming channel that I'm also going to be doing, it's also going to be attached to the title of Pass the Vibes, but that's just going to be Pass the Vibes Plays or Pass the Vibes Gaming. But I'm so close to figuring out all my little audio and video issues that I'm having with that setup. I'm super close, and it's kind of disheartening because I haven't gotten it all set up yet, and I have everything. But anyway.
But as far as this format goes, now that we have a title, we can officially welcome you guys to the Pass the Vibes podcast.
Pass the Vibes podcast. And I'm going to go, and what I talked to you about earlier, how I'm going to like somewhat compromise it, is I want to obviously structure, well, we're going to have this podcast to be a little bit more structured, still very stream of consciousness though. I want to come up with an intro, and I was going to bounce some ideas off you, but I wanted to do it live anyway. So
all right, yeah. So
I was going to compromise with not choosing Kick It Back. Like I was going to be like, yada yada, welcome to the Pass the Vibes podcast where we kick it back, and then I was going to have some kind of rest of like a little intro line for the Pass the Vibes podcast, incorporating, Kick It Back.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so it's going to be like, yo, this is the Pass the Vibes podcast where we kick it back and blah, blah, blah.
And if we have a guest or someone today we'll be kicking it back with our special
sure,
guest.
That works. Yeah, so that could work out in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely do want to figure out like an introduction line so that can become like a consistent, a part of that structure that we're going to try to somewhat talk about this episode. But yeah, I've kind of been leaning towards the Pass the Vibes the whole time because I just like how it sounds catchy to me. I like the abbreviation as well for a podcast and a gameplay format that I'm trying to do. So, yeah.
It makes sense too.
We're gonna
passing
go with
all types of good vibes around here.
Good vibe, but I'm just gonna mention this now for the gameplay. Yeah, it's gonna be passing the vibes, but yeah, it could be angry vibes. It could be defeated vibes, because how I see that going, since I'm more of the nerd, I guess, out of this duo, and I play a lot more video games, or try to, for that matter. Yeah, it's gonna be primarily me playing whatever game that I feel like it, and yeah, there'll be some versus games. He really, and I mean really, wants to play me in
NBA 2K13,
a game that is now 8 years old and going on 8 years old.
So for those of you who don't know, long story short, the two of us had a lengthy rivalry back in 2013 when the game was actually out. He would always play as the Brooklyn Nets. I would always play with my Philadelphia 76ers. And I just couldn't beat the guy, man. I hate to say it. And there were times where I was 1 point away, one basket away. Times I might have even lost on a buzzer beater. And everybody knows who plays 2K that losing by a point or a buzzer beater is worse than getting blown out, even though I took blowout losses as well. But man, it got to a point where I think like this was even affecting our real life friendship at some point.
I think it did.
No, it definitely did.
I think like just at work you'd see me, or at Toys R Us, and then you would just I would just give you a look because you couldn't beat me.
Bro, it's so disheartening too. Plus the Sixers, you know what? I think the Sixers are ranked. They were kind of evenly ranked in that game, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the Nets and the Sixers? Yeah, they were almost like spot on.
Because that was the year that Andrew Bynum was on the team but didn't actually play. So we had the updated roster, so he wasn't even available to play on the team. Shout out to Nick Young, instant buckets in that game. Darrell Wright, Drew Holiday, that whole Sixers team.
Yeah,
man.
Instant buckets, but no instant W's though.
Oh, come on, bro. So that's why we need to play NBA 2K13.
That's fine. It'll happen. And that's kind of one of the main issues I'm running into with, I mean, this is just nerd talk. Long story short, my recording software, I needed like additional plugins to like run around like restrictions, the restrictions on recording PS3 gameplay, because that's where we would play the NBA 2K13. But yeah, and that's what I'm still trying to figure out. I wish I was a little bit more read up on that, but I've been watching YouTube videos like a good boy. And trying to figure it out.
We'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Though.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to figure that shit out today. Like I'm gonna, after like this is all done, I'm gonna figure that shit out. But anyway, Smash Adams.
Yes, sir.
Had a topic. So this is how we're gonna try to structure it now. So he has something he wants to kind of run through and pass ideas, or actually
pass the vibes.
Pass the vibes.
The vibes we're passing today.
Back and forth.
So the last episode, we were talking a little bit about what we've been doing while on this lockdown life, some of the stuff we've been watching, and I brought up the whole producer battle, the whole versus battles that we've been talking about on IG Live. Yeah. And I mentioned in particular that I was really looking forward to watching the Lil Jon versus T-Pain battle. So the day after we recorded that, I went home and I watched the entire 2.5-hour video on YouTube.
It's wild.
And I will say that I was absolutely not disappointed. It was very entertaining.
How could you?
Bro, the thing what I'll say, though, about this one is there was so much showmanship. Like, with other producer battles, you have some producers that, want to just be cool. There's a little bit of... there's still back and forth interaction, but... anyone who knows these two guys knows that T-Pain is probably one of the funniest guys in the industry. Big personality. Mm-hmm. Lil Jon, big personality. Mm-hmm. They complemented each other well. Yeah. But what I really appreciated is they treated this almost like, if you were to see the video, bro, and anyone who's seen the video, it's almost like they were actually in the club. Like, they were sitting there drinking the entire time. Bro, if I would have had a drink with me, I would have been turned up too. Like, Lil Jon had the whole bar behind him. It looked like he was in the DJ booth.
Probably, yeah.
T-Pain looked like he was in the VIP section with his girl. The lights dimmed down, the blue and pink lights to represent Miami. And they were just going back and forth, hit for hit. So what I wanted to do, and I was really excited to do this with you today, because these are all songs straight from our era.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
So how the producers battle works, I'm not sure if I went over this the last time, but it's each artist producer has 20 joints, so there are 20 rounds, and they each play a song, and Swiss Beats and Timberland, they're the official scorers, and I believe that they scored based off what was the bigger hit, what was bigger for the culture. But since this is our podcast, we're gonna do this based off what song we like more, what song we felt like was more important to us coming up. So how this is gonna work is I have the list of songs right here, all the matchups. I'm gonna say the matchup, and then we pretty much just will say which song we will take over that matchup. We're gonna keep tally, and to see who we think is gonna win this battle. And bro, if you have any stories or anecdotes or anything you want to talk about while saying these songs, we can go ahead and do that.
Of course.
I'm gonna be the same way. So, I feel like the people will want to hear our analysis. I know that we're both gonna have some. Looks like we're some sportscasters right now, bro.
Dude, I feel like there's just gonna be stories attached to mine because they get triggered from everything.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. So we'll give a little reason. Well, obviously, we're not going to go in depth with all of them, but for the matchups or the songs that we feel the need to, we can attach a story to them, say why we're voting for what we're voting for, and hopefully we'll see who we can end up coming up with. So
who's gonna win?
Yeah.
I mean, right out the gate, I'm just gonna say probably T-Pain's gonna win.
So let's see. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'll take that back. Yeah, we'll see. Because I'm just starting to think about Lil Jon hits now.
Bro. So how this thing started off was so for round one.
Yeah, round one.
T-Pain came ahead and dropped a heavy hitter from the jump, and he dropped "The Good Life." Kanye West featuring T-Pain off Ye's Graduation album.
Jeez, man.
Lil Jon, after Pain played his record, was like, "Bro, you really coming out the gate early with that? I was about to just play some like minor stuff." Pain said, "John, we can't do that.
Yeah,
we got nothing but hits, bro." So Lil Jon countered with "Get Low," featuring the Yin Yang Twins. Round one, who do you got?
Oh, Good Life. Yeah, for a fact, because I think I mentioned it before. Like the first major Kanye West album that I got sucked into his music was Graduation, and Graduation came out the year I was graduating high school. So I mean,
there's like a significance to it as well.
Everything just made sense and why I started to like fall in love with Kanye West's style, and then I backlogged to Late Registration and College Dropout, and then obviously just became obsessed at that point. But 100% The Good Life, the Michael Jackson PYT sample, like, and then at that time, that's when Kanye West would, a year later, he would transition into Autotune only with 808s and Heartbreak, with songwriting help from T-Pain. So there's just, the list goes on, and why I would choose Good Life over Get Low. Get Low is just like something when you hear that, like, then it's over in any club. Obviously, Good Life is not a club banger, but when it comes to what I would choose, it's The Good Life.
So I'm gonna go the other way with that.
Yeah, of course, I know.
With as much as I love Good Life,
yeah,
I love the song. Ye kills it, Pain kills it. Great video, uplifting joint. One of my favorite songs off of Graduation.
Of course. If
we were going off song alone, I would say Good Life, but taking all factors included, I have to go with Get Low. So at this point, both of us have had enough experiences at the club, even though it's safe to say that, like, outside of this whole lockdown thing, we've kind of both slowed down. We don't go to the club as much, but we both had our own experiences, whether together or with our own group of friends. We've been out to the club enough times to know what that joint does when it drops.
What's the scene? What happens to the whole scene, dude?
There are certain songs, bro. Like, there are three of them. I would put Party Up by DMX, Get Low by the Yin Yang Twins, and then, of course, Cash Money Records taking over from the 99 to the 2000. Back that thing up. Once both of those three joints drop, you already know that that's like peak of the club. That's like the peak of when that whole night is going to be.
Yeah, like 12.
Because you already know that, like, of course they're going to mix in the new joints as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that all three of those songs are pretty much 2 decades old, and they still have that same effect as the current club bangers, just goes to show how impactful they are in the club scene. And as a single guy, Hell, even when I was in a relationship, you hear, like you said, that bro, there's something about that opening beat that girls just go crazy. You already know that everyone will rush the dance floor, and that beat right there just makes girls just shake their asses, bro. Let's call it like it is. And dudes love that.
You're misogynistic. I don't like that.
Bro, it's hell no, bro.
I'm messing with you.
If everyone keeps it real, everyone knows that right there is just like.
Nah, that's what it is. Bro. I definitely understand it. It's just when I'm going off of like what I'm gonna choose. Yeah.
So I've had good experiences at the club with that song playing. Like I said, Good Life, better song. But if we're taking everything into account, I'm going Get Low for round one.
So are you keeping track, like, if it's split or if we actually do agree on one?
Yeah, I'll keep
So if we agree on one, then you have to give the point to that song. Yeah. All right. So you want me to do the second song? Will you write that down?
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead for the second one. Yeah.
So if this playlist is right, which I believe it is, T-Pain opened up with Low, which is funny.
He actually said like right after
I'm
that
get low too.
He's like, man, John, you know, if you want the ladies to get low, then they really gotta get low.
And
they dropped in the Flow Rider.
Yeah, so T-Pain introduced Low, which is Flow Rider featuring T-Pain, and Lil Jon followed up with probably an international hit. Yeah, by Usher, Lil Jon, featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris. So with that, that's easy for me. That's like from being an Usher fan till this day, back from when he was like a little teenager. I was a fan when I was a kid. It's just there's so much that can be talked about with and how crazy of a hit that was. Even that was. It has the year under it. Does it have the year under it? Please do.
2004.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
It was 04. I know for a fact, bro.
Yeah. I'm not challenging you on the fact. I just know that I knew Confessions was definitely 04, but I was just wondering if it came out a year before. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be for me. Like, that's just no contest. Low was just like, it was cool for Flow Rider, but I don't despise the guy because he used to rap, kind of. But now all he does is club hits.
Pop songs.
Yeah, EDM club hits. Yeah, EDM pop songs pretty much. Which they're okay, for certain times. But can like that intro, the like once you hear that, same thing as like
Get Low.
It's so easy. So no contest. That's a no contest for me.
I'm with you 100% on that one. It's not even close for me.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Low is a cool joint when it gets on the club or whatever.
Yeah, everyone remembers Apple Bottom Jeans. That's what makes that song. People probably think that song is called Apple Bottom Jeans.
But with just like you, bro, huge Usher fan. I'll go as far as say he's my favorite R&B artist ever. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I know I haven't mentioned on the podcast. Confessions is actually my favorite album of all time.
Of all time? It's a lot of people's favorite.
So fun fact,
it's a diamond album.
Yeah, a masterpiece, a diamond album.
10 million.
So as to why the album was so impactful to me, I remember in 2004, which is, I'll say that's like the year I really started getting into music heavy.
You start crying?
Nah, bro, come on. Obviously, I don't cry, bro. I'm a thug. I'm an OG, man. Come on, dog. Out here crying to Usher. Come on, bro.
Holy shit, he just said I'm a thug.
But anyway, though, 04, I was in 7th grade. That's when I really started getting into music. Mm-hmm. In the years before that, I obviously knew of songs, but that was the year I really started getting into, like, a little bit deeper into artist discographies and all that. So, I remember on a Friday night, me and my dad had just finished watching the Sixers game. Afterwards, the local news ran. I'm on the internet or whatever, and then the news starts playing this little piece about Usher's Confessions album and how it was selling out of all the stores, which for an album to be featured on the news like that, you'd had to know it was like a big deal. I remember I watched that. I instantly went on Amazon.com and typed in Usher's Confessions, saw nothing but 5-star reviews, and I was like, damn, they really, like, people really mess with this album. Next day, we actually went to BJ's, and I happened to walk through the CD section, and I picked up Usher's Confessions album, and seeing, remembering the great reviews and the news report, I went to my dad and I was like, "Can I get this? I'll pay you back." Knowing damn well I didn't have a job or anything. Now my dad, he was cool with me listening to hip hop, but he was kind of strict in the sense that I couldn't listen when I was younger. I could only listen to clean music. We all shared a computer. He didn't want me listening to the explicit stuff just because he didn't like the overly explicit stuff. But he's like, "Are there any? Is this an explicit version?" I was like, "Nah."
Yeah, you better have lied.
Nah, bro. There was no parental advisory on that album.
Yeah,
on Confessions.
But what he talks about in that album.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
My dad's main gripe was the curses, bro.
He don't care about like fucking.
He could care less about the content.
Wow.
It was just the curses, right? I'm gonna get into that later, bro. I have a story for you later.
Jesus Christ.
But
man.
I went and bought that album. I took it home, and I want to say that's probably the first CD that I ever listened to from front to back. And I had my favorites back then that I still enjoy now. And some of the songs, like, I used to think that the second half of the album was really slow. A lot of, slow joints, baby making joints that I had no idea what they were talking about, what he was talking about back then. But now those are some of my favorite songs. I think that whole album is a masterpiece, classic on classic. I will never go against Usher. So just like you, this was a no-brainer. I'm going as well.
Too easy. That's super easy.
So,
next one.
All right, the third one. All right, let's see. I'll see what you have to say.
I didn't remember what it said.
The third one, T-Pain came with "Booty Go Up, Down."
Can you just say the fucking name?
Just because people may not know what exactly the song
is.
is.
All right. That's fine.
That wasn't like as big of a hit as the other two.
Not at all.
And Lil Jon came with "Salt Shaker." Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon. Who you got?
So, no. Booty. Wait, I think Booty Work is different.
Booty Work is a different song. This one's called Up Down. This is T-Pain and B.O.B. I think the joint was like from 2011 or so.
Yeah, this says Booty Work, T-Pain, Joe Galaxy.
Yeah. So
that is.
That's actually a preview into the next round. But round 3, it was Up Down.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm looking at the playlist wrong, and I skipped it. I was like, wait, what the hell? Yeah, Up Down with B.O.B. versus Salt Shaker. Another easy one, Salt Shaker. Yeah, it's too easy for me. Because, number one, I don't like B.O.B. I only liked one album of his, and it has nothing to do with the song, but I'm just saying how I feel about that artist right now. Up Down was cool, but definitely doesn't stick in your mind like Salt Shaker, because the Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon trio, you couldn't compete with that in the early 2000s, in the late 2000s.
It was a guaranteed formula.
It was a guaranteed like top 10 hit. Like whenever the Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon got on a beat, Crunk, that Crunk music era was just fucking. I don't have words.
It was Crunk, bro. It was Crunk.
Shut up.
It's called like it is.
Yours is Salt Shaker. Am I wrong?
I'm also going with
yes,
you.
Yeah. There's no way. Yeah,
that was the easy one.
Anything with a B.O.B. feature is probably ass.
I don't mind B.O.B. I don't hate him like you do.
I don't hate him. He's just not good. Let me not say not good, because he has talent. He's just not relevant to me anymore, especially with him being a flat earther.
Shout out Kyrie Irving, another flat earther.
Kyrie Irving's a flat earther?
Yeah.
Let's not. I already have a gripe with him, man. Whatever. Let's not. Just all right. So any backstory to Salt Shaker for you?
Nah. It's just like I think you covered all the bases. Bona fide hit. Up Down's a cool joint, but has nothing on Salt Shaker. Round 4, you previewed it.
Yeah, my bad.
Booty Work, T-Pain versus Lil Jon's. He played No Problem by Lil Scrappy. Yeah, so no. Booty Work versus No Problem.
I love Booty Work, like, because it had a funny video, and that always, like, and it had, like, he was with Kevin Hart, just, like, walking down the street and shit. And it was just a pretty, just interesting and funny video. And I used to always play that. But another just throwback with No Problem, Lil Scrappy, just makes you want to fucking fight a motherfucker. Like,
yes, sir.
Yes. I do not fight at all.
But that song makes you want to fight.
It makes you want to fight. So it's definitely a gym banger for me. Like, it's in my playlist. But yeah, I'll never forget, like, just being in high school, and then whenever that came on, just everyone's just headbanging.
Yeah.
And just swinging randomly like idiots. But yeah, no. Another clear winner with Lil Jon on that one for me.
So this one was actually a little bit closer for me. I actually like Booty Work. I think that's a nice little club banger.
It's really good.
I was not as big of a No Problem fan as most people are. I like it. It's a good joint, but I didn't.
Because you're soft.
Nah, bro. I just told you I'm a thug, bro. I'm an OG, bro.
With whose favorite album of all time is Confession.
Anyway, No Problem is a cool joint. I was actually more of a Trillville guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trillville's bangers were way better. That means I'm not say way better. I just liked them more than Lil Scrappy. Their album actually came out together, surprisingly. When they came in stores, it was packaged as a double album, with one of them being Trillville, other is Lil Scrappy. Ultimately, though, I have to go with No Problem as well. That also is on my workout Go Hard playlist. Yeah, nothing else to really say about that. I'm going No Problem. All right, so number 5, I was hype about this one.
Yeah, this one's easy.
T-Pain dropped a joint that I had forgotten about. I hadn't heard this song in a while. Remix is crazy to this one. He dropped I'm So Hood from DJ Khaled. I think that was his second album. And Lil Jon followed that up with Throw It Up, which I think was him and
Pastor
Troy.
Eastside Boys.
Yeah. For me, this one, like, Throw It Up is cool. Crunk anthem. Bro, when T-Pain dropped I'm So Hood, I got hype. Like, I almost jumped out of my bed as to how hype I was. I was like, oh my God, bro. I hadn't heard that joint in forever. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm So Hood. I'm going with Pain.
Easy. That's easy. Like, the main song and the remix. The remix, especially with Ludacris's intro, like his first verse. Like,
I remember Busta Rhymes was on that thing.
Busta Rhymes, Lil Wayne, Ludacris. I think Young.
There were a couple Youngs on there.
What's his name? Well, Birdman was on there. Rick Ross is on there. What is Plies? I think was Plies on that one. He was on one of them. He was on. I'm
gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah, yo, Plies. Yo, he had.
Let's see.
Ain't even know I'm not your.
Bro, T-Pain kills that hook so hard.
My shorty. All right. So I'm just going to go into the next one while you look at that up.
So it says the original version was Trick Daddy,
mm-hmm.
T-Pain, Plies.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so he's on the original.
Yeah, and Rick Ross.
Because Lil Wayne's verse, he was like, after I done her Plies, I done brought the fandom back.
Damn. All right. So the official remix.
T-Pain.
Listen to this lineup, bro. T-Pain,
Ludacris.
Young Jeezy, Ludacris, Busta Rhymes, Big Boy, Lil Wayne, Fat Joe, Birdman, and the new Rick Ross verse.
Yeah.
That might have been the first like super stacked remix that Khaled had put out.
Maybe. That one it might have been that one. That might have been it.
Yeah, that was no contest. That's easily I'm So Hood.
Yeah.
That's a win for Pain. We both agree on that. Go ahead, give round 6.
So the next one, it was T-Pain's Got Money, Lil Wayne featuring T-Pain, against Damn
by the Youngbloods.
By the Youngbloods featuring Lil Jon. Another easy one for me. It's just Got Money. Got Money is just like, that was a song that could be on repeat and I wouldn't mind it. Unlike, like Big Girls Don't Cry, like I talked about in the other episode.
Right.
You would always hear Got Money on the radio, and I would always see that every hour on the hour on MTV Jams with that fucking that remix version, or like the album version with Mac Main, which I didn't like. I didn't like that version because I don't like Mac Main, where he just kept saying whoosh, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, like, go, can't you feature somebody else or just leave it as T-Pain and Lil Wayne? T-Wayne. They released the album like 6 years later or 10 years later. I don't know. But yeah, easy for me. That's Got Money. I don't even remember. Damn, I don't. I couldn't tell you.
All right,
I'd have to hear it.
Once again, this one was a little bit closer for me. I'm also gonna go with Got Money because Damn came out, I believe, in like 2002 or something. I got on the Damn late, so personal anecdote. I know that you got on me a little last time for bringing up the X, whatever. But sometimes it triggers stories,
That's
good
fine.
Stories.
I just make fun of you because it's funny.
Yo, shut up. Yo, so You painted your nails, bro.
I didn't. You asked me that question. I told you I didn't.
So
Soft.
me and my ex used to drive around. I mentioned it the last episode. We used to listen to our most listened to Pandora stations were 2000s R&B, but then the second one used to be Crunk radio. Two completely different sides of the spectrum. So we used to ride around just bumping all these Crunk anthems, and Damn by the Youngbloods used to come on all the time. I knew the song before, but it didn't really have any personal significance to me. But when we would be driving around listening to Crunk radio, it just like turned up. That did something. I was like, man, this joint really bangs. I can see why it's such a banger. However, as much as I respect that song, Got Money, that was from just a classic era, bro. I remember when Carter 3 dropped, I was a junior going into senior of high school. Everyone was bumping Carter 3. Got Money was a banger. Really, that whole album was a banger.
Whole album. Like, that, personally, my favorite Lil Wayne album, and a lot of people like the Carter 2, which I think is like a really close second for me, but it's another like Kanye West situation where that came out. That album was dropped summer of my senior year. Yeah, '08, summer of '08. And yeah, the Carter 3 was the first like Lil Wayne album that I listened to all the way through. So like I just had a special connection with that, listening to it like I just remember all of those songs during my senior year. And all of like the mixtapes that were leading
bro,
up
that was
into
prime Lil Wayne right
Hell
there. When
yeah,
people
dude.
think of prime Wayne, it's 2008.
Well, it's like '06 going into '08 because '06 that's when he was doing like all the dedications.
The Drought.
'07, yeah, the drought.
I think the Drought 3 is really when everyone started
that was like one of my favorites. And then
that was like the double disc with all the freestyles. For anyone
Crazy.
out there, you need to look that up.
The Drought.
Like,
The Drought is
3.
over.
Yeah, Drought is over.
Yeah.
But Carter 3 was classic. I'm
The
going
dedications with DJ Drama, dude. Yeah, he was another animal back then. But yeah, that's an easy one for me with Got Money.
All right, so this one coming up, what is this, round 7?
I don't know.
This was another easy one for me. This was honestly the easiest one in general. So T-Pain came with one of my personal favorite songs. I love this song.
Same.
On the workout playlist, on the Go Hard play. The playlist is named after the damn song. I got to go hard. I am getting it in until the end. I gotta go hard.
I feel like you added like 3
I
goes.
did. I didn't know where I was gonna go with that.
Like you gave me goosebumps, dude.
But bro, Go Hard is a classic. Lil Jon ended up following that up with a joint that I had never even heard of. I had to look this up. It's by an artist called Capleton, and it was the tour remix. It was a reggae song from 1994. I think this might have been the first song that Lil Jon produced. I like reggae, I like dancehall, not my forte. I had no idea what that song was. Easy victory, bro. Go Hard is a classic.
That's easy for me too. Obviously, that's like prime Kanye West, and just the lyrics he put down on that track too. Like I remember being able to recite that like word for word, and he was just coming off of the 808s kick, and he was this is when he was going into Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye. He was going into 20 because that came out.
That was 08.
What?
Go Hard.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But he was coming out of the 808s. And
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, it was around the same time, honestly.
I thought it was on. That was like late '08.
Yeah.
It was like Christmas.
That was like that was like fall of '08,
Yeah.
winter of '08.
Because 808s came out in November.
It was
of
the same
08.
time.
Yeah, it
I
might
just
have came out in
remember-
like December, but I just remember like obviously being such a huge Kanye fan at that point, and then hearing like DJ Khaled always bringing on like the best at the time, and T-Pain and Kanye already had a dope joint, which we talked about. Excuse me, which was
Good Life.
Good Life, and then putting them on a track like that together,
And-
like the video was sick.
And
Easy.
this had a whole different vibe from Good Life. Like this was.
Oh, yeah, he was
the
mad.
song was titled "Go Hard"
Yeah,
for a reason.
he was mad, dude.
Bro, that song
He's like spitting in the video.
when it comes on, I get hype. I'm not ready to fight like Crunk music, but it makes you want to just go hard. Like
100%.
self-explanatory. Next round. This one. Could we do ties here? I don't know. I'm gonna pick one. But
go for it.
But this one, I really wasn't connected to either of the joints.
Me neither. I know one more than the other. Though.
T-Pain played "Hey Baby," which was Pitbull featuring T-Pain. And then Lil Jon followed that up. He even told Pain, he's like, oh, that's cute, Pain. You got to join with Pitbull. He's like, man, I got hella hits with Pitbull. I thought he would have gone into something a little bit more throwback, but he ended up dropping the anthem, Pitbull featuring Lil Jon. I don't really have a personal favorite for this one. I'm going to say T-Pain just because I like the hook a little bit more.
Yeah.
If he would have kind of like what you were talking about with Flo Rida, Pitbull also started that same avenue. Before he was Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, he Mr. 305.
He used to spit.
He was Mr. 305.
Mr. 305.
Dude,
bro,
yo,
Fuego,
he had cornrows, dude.
Yeah, bro. All them early people forget that Pitbull was signed to Lil Jon.
He was a rapper.
Yeah, reggaeton, like
he
really spit. You know, he has some nice joints now, but I remember that era of Pitbull. So, yeah, I'm going with Hey Baby. I like the chorus a little bit more. If it would have been another song that Lil Jon played, I probably would have leaned that way, but I'm rolling with Pain.
No, same. I heard Hey Baby way more than I heard the anthem whenever I went to a club, so that's just how I'm going to judge that one.
I think Anthem was a bigger hit, to be honest, but I personally heard Hey Baby more.
I heard that more in the streets. So the next one, which is kind of hard. This is kind of a tough one.
Let me say what happened on here. So Lil Jon actually goaded T-Pain into playing this joint because at this point they had been playing club bangers. So John was like, "Hey man, like we haven't played the joint for the ladies in a while. Play something for the ladies." And Pain was like, "All right, man, I got you." So he played 5 o'clock in the morning, T-Pain featuring Lily Allen and Wiz Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lil Jon went completely left and he played I Don't Give a Fuck, which is Lil Jon, These Side Boys, Mystical, and Crazy Bone. I'll let you go first.
I personally just remember seeing 5 o'clock in the morning, another MTV Jams nostalgic repeat that I used to always see on that channel. But I Don't Give a Fuck, that's another, high school. Whoops. I almost started playing it. Yeah, I Don't Give a Fuck is definitely another one. Yeah, you just want to air fight people and just swing your fists back and forth when I was in high school. Yeah, so that wasn't an easy one for me because I really do love 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm a big Wiz fan. But no, yeah, in terms of impact and just another one that I could just play and go crazy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yo, I thought we would have disagreed way more than we have in this point. I think the first one's the only one had differing answers. I'm going the same route. 5 o'clock in the morning was cool. I didn't listen to that song as much when it first came out.
I love that song.
I Don't Give a Fuck. I discovered that through Crunk Radio as well. That joint just bangs, bro. That, like you said, makes you want to fight. Another song too. The main thing I think about, one of the main songs, and this isn't listed in the playlist, so I could say it, but "Nuck If You Buck" by the Crime Mob. Bro, I remember I was like on a forum one time, and like people, there were dudes like from Atlanta, and they'd be like, "Man, when this came on the club back in its heyday, the club had to close down because everyone would just get into a fight."
Start fucking.
Yo, low key, I kind of wish I was around for that. I kind of want to be around just for a brawl, an all-out brawl. But yeah, I'm also going with Lil Jon on that.
You want to be part of an all-out brawl,
bro?
Or you want to see it.
Like I kind of want to be a part of it. I'm not trying to get knocked out. I'm not trying to knock anyone out, but I could be I could push. I could instigate. I could be like, yeah, jumping up and down, being all hype. You know what I'm saying? Stand behind the big dude.
Shut up.
I'm gonna roll up in there with
with what?
With a big homie.
What are you fucking? And
then just
who, Kyrie? So you're gonna roll in there?
Nah, bro. Hell no, bro.
That's your big homie.
That's not my big. He's a little homie.
I know he's a little homie, but in size.
Nah, bro. He's still the little homie.
All right, whatever.
Kyrie, you the little homie, dog.
You clowning you, Kyrie. That's fucked up.
Yo, I can't wait to play Kyrie in basketball again, bro.
He's gonna dunk on you.
Hell no. He needs to lose like 30 pounds first.
Wow. You're coming at his weight. Yeah, we're going to get off that topic right now.
All right.
Next one.
Shout out Kyrie, though.
Yeah, Kyrie's the boy.
Next one. This is Rick Ross. T-Pain came with Rick Ross, the Boss. Lil Jon came with Trick Daddy featuring Lil Jon and Twista. Let's Go. This one... I think this one wasn't that hard for me. So, I like The Boss. I feel like I didn't appreciate it. I always liked the song, but I didn't appreciate it as much when it came out. Like I like it way more now as the years have progressed. Let's Go. I knew that was a banger from the jump. Even before I really knew about music, before I knew that it had an Ozzy Osbourne sample, like that thing just always banged. I remember being in 8th grade when that came out and just like burning it on mixtapes or on CDs and just always listening to it. And now it's like even when I hear the Ozzy Osbourne, the Crazy Train joint now, I always think it's Let's Go. That to me is a classic record. I'm going with Lil Jon on this one. Who you got?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of early Rick Ross. It's definitely Let's Go for Trick Daddy. That's easy for me.
All right. So, round 10. So with this one, Payne ended up getting on, and I kind of already know where you're gonna go with this one based off the story that you told in the last episode of the pod. But T-Pain came with his first ever single, "I'm Sprung." But what I appreciated, let me say this now, like what I appreciated about this whole battle was that Lil Jon's an actual DJ, and T-Pain also had mixes, so they were adding little things here and there, like as if, like I was saying, as if you were actually in the club. Like they would play samples of songs mixed in with their songs. They would like do DJ scratches, sound effects, a lot of theatrics. It was really dope. But yeah, T-Pain he played "I'm Sprung," but then he mixed it into Jerry Sprunger, which is the Tory Lanez featuring T-Pain song. And then Lil Jon came and said like, all right, well, if you want to do that, I could do that too. So then he came and played "My Type" by Saweetie, and then mixed that into "Freak a Leak" by P.D. Pablo, which is the main song that pretty much My Type reuses the beat for "Freak a Leak." This one was not as hard of a choice for me. I'm going with Lil Jon. "Freak a Leak." So to talk about what I was saying earlier with my dad not really caring about, he cares more about the curse words than the content. Mm-hmm. Bro, "Freak a Leak" was one of my dad's favorite joints. Like my dad is, shout out to my dad too, by the way. I talk about my mom a lot, but I gotta shout out my pops. Very well versed in music. You know, he'll listen to everything from like throwback Spanish ballads to Queen and soft rock.
Hell yeah, Queen's that shit.
He listens to everything, bro. But like we all used to share a computer, and he used to give me and my brother like little iTunes allowances, because after we couldn't use, bro, we couldn't use
iTunes allowances.
Yes, sir. I got like $20 a month to download whatever I wanted.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Like we love music, bro. But
yeah,
like
I just
Kazaa, we had to undownload Kazaa because it was like the Feds started cracking down.
They didn't, man. They didn't. They cracked down on like those sites.
My dad was like, "Nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that
anymore." I ran bear shit out until like the last year.
So he started like functioning. So he would give me like these iTunes allowances, and every once in a while, when he'd get bored of his music, he would check in with my music. He would just listen to it as he'd be working from home. Bro, my dad's two favorite joints were PIMP by 50 Cent, and not even the original version, but the remix with Snoop and G-Unit. Yeah. And he loved "Freak a Leak." He would walk around the house like Tanisha, Keisha. My dad loved that joint. I thought Freak a Leak was a banger from when it first came out, and then when Saweetie remixed the beat to her joint, like, I think that's a fire joint. And Saweetie is fire. Like, she's beautiful. Everything I do in my life, I do for Saweetie.
Shut up.
You know,
because it's gonna change every. So is this like your bit now? Like who you commit to after every episode is like first LMA.
Nah, bro, it's LMA is still everything I do in my life. I do for LMA too.
All right.
But I also do it for Saweetie.
And then you said someone else earlier before we started recording.
It's Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I like Meg Thee Stallion. But anyway.
But yeah, I'm going Lil Jon.
With me, Jerry Sprunger, easy. P.D. Pablo, I like P.D. Pablo, but the original "I'm Sprung," and then how, you know, Tory Lanez remixed it into even like almost a bigger banger than it was, including T-Pain on the track. It's just, I don't know. I could play that 20 times. I could play that 20 times in a row and never get tired of it.
So you're going Pain.
Yeah, I'm going Jerry Sprunger.
All right. So next one, T-Pain came with "Kiss Kiss."
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown featuring T-Pain.
Yeah.
Lil Jon countered that by saying, I don't have a hit with Chris Brown, but I do have a hit with someone who came in the same time that he did. And he played Goodies by Sierra featuring P.D. Pablo. I'm going Kiss Kiss. I feel like I didn't listen to the song as much when it first came out, but when he dropped it, honestly, this is like the same situation. I'm So Hood. I had forgotten about Kiss Kiss, but it slaps, bro. That's a banger. Goodies is cool, but to me the beat kind of sounds a little bit repetitive from other beats that John was producing at the time. Kiss Kiss is a banger, bro. I love the little bit at the beginning, like, hey, welcome to Nappy Boy Radio. It's your homeboy T-Pain. The intro was great. The song slaps. I'm going Pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kiss Kiss as well. Music video is very nostalgic to me. It was like I think that was the video where like Chris Brown was like versing himself. Like there was like a nerdy Chris Brown versus like the cool Chris Brown, and like the nerdy Chris Brown gets the girl, and I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. But yeah, no, I definitely play. Like, yeah, I can definitely remember playing Kiss Kiss more than I did Goodies. And Sierra has a shit ton of hits, but yeah, I gotta take Kiss Kiss over Goodies.
I used to have the biggest crush on Sierra back in the day too.
Even everyone was making fun of her about being like transsexual.
Yeah,
you know?
I thought she was. I still thought.
I didn't think she was, but I was like, this is the most random accusation of any new star.
My favorite joint of hers from that album was actually O. Her and Ludacris.
Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, so next one, T-Pain came with Can't Believe It. Pain featuring Lil Wayne from 3 Rings album. And Lil Jon came with Trillville's Some Cut. Who you got?
Let me see that.
So it's Can't Believe It.
Oh,
versus
Can't Believe
Some
It.
Cut.
Yeah, I remember looking at this earlier. Can't Believe It. That's. And then the remix with Justin Timberlake. Fuck out of here with Some Cut. Get out of here.
All right, so I'm actually going the other way with this.
Nope.
I'm going Some Cut.
Surprised your soft ass isn't like Believe It.
Nah, bro. Hell, bro. How many times I gotta tell you, bro?
You're a soft thug. It's all right, man.
Nah, man. I'm a slim thug.
Thugs need love.
Nah.
Am I wrong?
Nah.
Okay, then you're thugged in.
Shout out LMA, Saweetie, Meg Thee
Oh
Stallion.
my God, dude!
All right,
Why did you pick yours? Jeez.
I'm picking Some Cut because of the fact that beat is just classic to me, bro.
Yeah.
So I remember downloading that song when it came out in 2004. Obviously, the younger version of myself had no idea all the stuff they were talking about.
Of course.
Dirty ass song, bro. Once again, I remember this came on Crunk Radio when I was riding with my ex, and even she was like, "Yo, turn this off. This is too raunchy." And like listening to the lyrics like later on in life, I'm like, God damn, bro. I do remember like watching this on 106 in Park, and this whole video was edited out. Like all you hear was like, dum dum dum.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Lil Jon actually mentioned this on the broadcast. So the beat to it, everyone always thought it was a bed squeaking. He said it was actually him rocking back and forth in like an Office Depot chair, a creaked out Office Depot chair. And then the dude he was with is like, man, you don't hear that? He's like, man, hear what? And then he heard the beat, and he just looped that beat, that creak onto the actual beat. To me, this is just nostalgic, and I want to show love to Trillville. I personally think he should have played Never Ever, which is one of my favorite like bangers of all time, one of my favorite go hard songs of all time. But Can't Believe It is cool, but for nostalgic purposes, I'm going Some Cut. So next one, this to me was a no-brainer. T-Pain came with the 2-step remix, DJ Unk, featuring T-Pain. And Lil Jon came with the Lean Back remix, Fat Joe, Mace, Eminem, Lil Jon.
Remy.
She wasn't on the remix.
Remy Martin. I'm looking at her right now.
She was on the remix?
I'm looking at it. Hey, Lil Jon, Eminem, Mace, and Remy.
Oh, all right. Fat Joe was not. He was on the remix, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm looking at Fat Joe's picture.
All right.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Lean Back.
Yeah.
That's
really
a
no-brainer.
Like, yeah.
You have that star-studded lineup. And this is all of them in 2004 too, and some would say this even their prime selves. 2-step was cool. That was a nice little dance joint. T-Pain killed that remix. It wasn't messing with Lean Back. So we'll both go with John for that one. So next up, T-Pain, when he got on this, he was like, yo, people don't don't hate me for this. But in this podcast, as we mentioned in episode 1, try and focus strictly on the music.
On the music.
And not the outside stuff.
Just the music.
That's what Payne said. And he was like, man, don't hate me for this, but I killed this verse. He played R. Kelly, I'm a Flirt. I believe it was T-Pain and T.I. on the feature.
Yeah.
And Lil Jon came and played Daddy Yankee Gasolina remix. So Payne, when Jon started playing that, he's like, man, this ain't your song. And then you heard Lil Jon's ad-libs. He's like, oh, it's the goddamn remix, man. F the remix. So Gasolina remix versus I'm a Flirt. Just like Payne said, y'all don't hate me. We're only doing this based off the music. My culture, please don't hate me for choosing this. I'm going I'm a Flirt.
Explains a lot.
Look, bro. When I'm a Flirt came out, it was a banger.
No,
I messed with it.
Yeah.
Gasolina remix, though, I will say this. These days, 2020, I feel like reggaeton is hot as ever.
It's
even
way more prominent than it was 15 years ago.
Even with people who don't speak Spanish, like everyone knows the songs of J Balvin and Bad Bunny, Nicky Jam. But I feel like Daddy Yankee was really the first dude to really bring that up.
He's the originator of reggaeton.
And Gasolina was, I believe, was like the first big one.
That was his big hit in 05. Yeah.
I messed with Gasolina. I can't choose that over I'm a Flirt. I'm going T-Pain. My culture, y'all know I'm all about the culture. Don't hate me.
Weirdo. I'm going with Gasolina. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm a Flirt. Yeah, that was dope. And I'm not bringing into any external forces into this. But Gasolina, in comparison to I'm a Flirt, get out of here. Gotta go, man. My PR roots, boy. That reggaeton.
I'm not mad at that, bro.
Yeah.
Gasolina is a good song, but
it is a good song. No,
I had to go with I'm a Flirt.
Nah, dude. That
actually was a big R. Kelly fan. I feel like he has a lot of...
Everybody was.
Big hits.
I mean, I'm a fan of his music.
Yeah.
Yes. Music. Emphasis.
That's what we're going by here in the pod,
music.
People.
But nah, you sketchy.
All right. Next up, so T-Pain, another joint that I had somewhat forgotten about, came with Blame It on the Alcohol. Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain.
This one's tough.
Lil Jon followed that up and told Payne's like, oh, it's cute. He's got a drinking song. But I have the drinking song. And he came with Shots, LMFAO featuring Lil Jon. I'm going T-Pain on this one. I feel like Shots is too repetitive, honestly. I understand what it does for the club. But Blame It was just a whole vibe. I messed with that a lot. I thought that was Jamie Foxx's probably his biggest hit ever as an artist.
Album, yeah.
What was that Intuition album?
I don't know. That's when he was everywhere for like 2 years.
I'm going Blame It.
Yeah, this is hard for me because like Shots, because LMFAO, oh my God, just talk about, they're the year 2010. Like LMFAO, 2010 can be summed up with LMFAO. But I'm probably going to go with Blame It primarily because of the remix, not the club mix, because it had one of the dopest remixes with like just a cast of just classy artists, dude. I love the Blame It remix.
I don't remember the Blame It remix. I'm about to look it up right now.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm looking it up right now.
Dude, that had a crazy remix, dude. I think it had The Dream on there too.
He was on there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to remember it now.
You're starting to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, you salty.
Let's see.
You remember a classic like that? You're crazy.
Damn, I can't find this.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna find it right away. But yeah, I prefer the remix over like the original, but that's what puts Blame It over Shots for me. Yeah, Shots is super repetitive, but it gets you hype and potentially blacked out at the same time.
That's definitely a club anthem for sure, but yeah. All right, so next one, T-Pain followed that up by saying, "Hey John, you just did the whole song about shots, but I didn't hear at one point any reference to the people bringing the shots."
Oh my God.
So
they're so corny.
Bro, honestly, the back and forth that they had, like, in between was so awesome.
Because they're both comedians, dude. They're both funny people.
Everyone, if you have 2.5 hours, sit and watch it. It's very entertaining television.
Well, I think we all do right now.
Yeah. Take a break from Ozark or whatever Netflix show y'all
Yo,
watching.
don't fucking clown Ozark.
I don't have Netflix, bro.
So don't clown Netflix then.
But watch this battle. It's good. So T-Pain came with Bartender. T-Pain featuring Akon and Lil Jon. I forgot that he did this joint.
Blow the whistle. You forgot he did blow the
Yeah,
whistle.
yeah.
Yeah, this is an easy.
He
one
did
for me.
blow the whistle too short.
Too short. Yeah, this is my favorite. It's Bartender. Easy. I was a huge Akon fan, and then just the combination of T-Pain and Akon, almost on any track from like 04 to 8. If you had either one of them on a song, like that shit was gonna be like top 10 hits.
They actually, my favorite song that they actually did together is a song from Akon's album. It's called "I Can't Wait." Not the album version, but the video version has T-Pain on it. Really good song, very underrated. I too am also gonna go with T-Pain on this one. I really like Bartender as a song. Like you said, that Pain Akon collaboration was always a hit, especially during those years. It was cool, so I'm going with that one. Next up, we have T-Pain.
This is a tough one. This is really tough.
He came with his second single ever, another big hit. I'm in love with a stripper. Against Lil Jon.
You're so corny.
Lil Jon went ahead and dropped Lovers and Friends. Lil Jon, Usher, Ludacris.
East Side Boys.
Did to me, no brainer. Honestly, and respect to T-Pain for dropping In Love with a Stripper, but like I said, I will not go against Usher. I actually love Lovers and Friends. I think I realized probably one of my favorite just hip hop songs. Period. I really love that.
It's more of an R&B front song.
I remember it was on the Crunk Juice album. It didn't have didn't have a video to it. Probably one of the greatest songs to be released to not have a video, especially during that era when all the big hits were getting music videos. I love this joint, man. I really wish that Usher, John, and Ludacris would have dropped that A-Town Down album that they were planning on dropping years ago. Everything about that song is great. Everyone kills it. It's no brainer to me. I'm going Lil Jon.
Bro, I can't decide to these next ones. I can't. I really like. I'm looking at the next 2 rounds. Yeah, next 2 rounds. The last 2 rounds actually, and I legit can't decide. I can't. So, when you get a chance to write whatever you need to write down. Oh, did I choose one?
No.
Holy shit. Lovers and Friends. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm in love. Fuck, dude. Man.
The remix to that song was crazy. I remember Mike Jones was on there. No, he was on the original, wasn't he? I remember Pimp C was on there. It was a few people.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lovers and Friends because it was just such a left turn from what Crunk Juice was, and it was amazing. I thought it was really good. Like, it was just something like, what? Ludacris did this? Not Ludacris. Lil Jon did this? But yeah, I'm going to go with Lovers and Friends, especially with the Usher hook.
Classic. Round 19. T-Pain came with what is his biggest hit in his career? Buy You a Drink. T-Pain featuring Young Jock. Lil Jon followed that up. And he told him on the thing, he's like, bro, I don't know if we could even pick one because technically your song samples my song. He's like, I have songwriting credits on your song. Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself.
I know the songs, but so it's not more of a sample. It's more of a
they use
a reference.
But he has songwriting credits.
Yeah.
So T-Pain came with Buy You a Drink. Lil Jon came with Snap Your Fingers.
Yeah.
I'm going T-Pain. This one was hard. I will say that. Snap Your Fingers is a classic. That embodied the whole snap movement. That was a monster hit. I feel like it resurrected E40's. Well, no. Lil Jon resurrected E40's career, in my opinion. But he had that 40, that feature. Sean Paul from the Youngbloods was on it. Club banger, but Buy You a Drink was one of my favorite joints. Still is one of my favorite songs. I'm going T-Pain.
Yeah, I'm going Lil Jon. Snap Your Fingers just embodied probably half of my high school career. And plus, like, the way that me and my friends used to just remix the dance, dude, there were so many iterations of the Snap Your Fingers dance, and I fucking loved it. And yeah, to this day, if that gets played anywhere that I'm at, you're going to see me on that floor acting an idiot. I'm definitely snapping my fingers wherever the fuck I am. Oh, right. Man. And then the last one.
So the last one, T-Pain came with All I Do Is Win, DJ Khaled. What does it say on yours? Because technically on the broadcast, Lil Jon didn't play a song for his 20th round.
He did Turn Down for What?
Yeah, so that's what they were saying. It could be. I think they added that on there just because they felt like that was his biggest hit. So Turn Down for What, or the last thing he could have done. So Turn Down for What versus All I Do Is Win. I'm going T-Pain. Turn Down for What. Same thing with Shots. It's cool, but I think All I Do Is Win just as a song. The song as a whole is just better in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go All I Do Is Win as well, especially with the original and the remix. Yeah, it's just star-studded team just killing another DJ Khaled track, and I mean Turn Down for What? That's something that you'll probably get blacked out too, because I feel like I probably have, but
So after those rounds too, they also made a rule that they couldn't play You and That by E40 or Cyclone by Baby Bash because they were actually on that together. Lil Jon produced both of those beats and T-Pain was on the hook to both of those joints.
Oh, that's weird.
So they couldn't play that. Some other joints they played as honorable mentions. Lil Jon really wanted T-Pain to play Shouty by Plies. Amazing song. Another song I forgot about that. So they played that. Lil Jon played Tell Me When to Go, E40. Talking about Tell me when to go. Talking about reviving the careers. T-Pain dropped probably what I think. This might be... Buy You a Drink is not my favorite T-Pain song of all time. I take that back if I said it. This song, my favorite. Chopped and Screwed, T-Pain featuring Ludacris.
That is a good one. I don't know why he didn't put that.
That should have made
that should have been on the list. Yeah, Chopped and Screwed is crazy.
One More Drink.
One More Drink.
The other joint they have. Yeah, bro, if those two would have made an album at that time, would have been nothing but bangers.
Dude.
Chopped and Screwed is super underrated too. People don't ever reference that song.
That's on my.
I love that song
on my Move playlist.
And then after the battle was over, they actually dropped some unreleased joints. Lil Jon played a song that actually ended up coming out a couple of days ago called Sex Beat. Usher, Lil Jon, and Ludacris.
Oh shit.
A 2020 collaboration. They recorded it in 2018, he said.
Damn.
But it's from Usher's Confessions 2 album. It's coming. Usher's recording it. I think it's coming out this year.
I hope he makes it sound similar to Confessions.
He's working with JD on it.
Thank God, dude. Because his last two projects were like, ugh.
But Lil Jon dropped Sex Beat. He didn't play the whole thing, but from what I heard, it was cool. T-Pain dropped an unreleased joint. It's an unreleased slow jam joint. He's singing on it with no Autotune. Killed it. And then he dropped an unreleased record with him and Chris Brown, which is fire. So ultimately, all in all, bro, I think what this goes to show is how many hits both of these guys really have.
They were giants in the industry at that point.
You couldn't go through the 2000s era.
You had to go through them.
Yeah, to get there.
To get a hit.
And even to this day, like both of them, like we were saying in the last, I believe we talked about on there.
They're still around. Like T-Pain released Oblivion in 2017. He just had his other album, I believe, this past year.
Making appearances again.
Yeah,
he's on Coloring Book on, like you said, Earth Gang.
Coloring Book, Earth Gang. Like people are trying to, people are getting him on
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. They're trying to get him back. Well, not trying to get him back, but he's just making his way back into his rightful place. I honestly.
T-Pain never fell off, bro. Like he's still making quality music.
I mean, he didn't release music for like I think 3 or 4 years or something. Like an album. He released tracks, but like an album in a minute. He took a while for Oblivion.
So let me do these tallies real quick.
What, you got to count now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you can't just tell by just from the start.
We have a lot of ones we agree on.
Yeah, I know that, but the ones that just tell out the ones that we did agree.
Damn. This is gonna take a while, bro.
How's it gonna take a while?
Cause I got,
I just told you just to.
Because there's
like
some
if someone won one, you put a point in their column. If someone, that was it. Like you just put a column for T-Pain and Lil Jon.
But like the ones that we
the ones that we agreed on, they get a point.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
Yeah. So that's how we would tally. Who had more hits? The ones that we agreed on. If it was a split decision, then it's just like a draw. Oh man, what's the obsession with King of Diamonds, man? I think my boy lives close to. That's in Atlanta, right? King of Diamonds.
King of yeah.
Yeah. I think he lives close. My boy Dysart. Yeah, KOD.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is so funny. You got it?
I'm just double checking to make sure I did it right.
Come on, man. It's just not gonna be graded. Oh my god. You got it?
John 1 by 1.
Wow.
No, T 1 by 2. No, sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry. T-Pain 1 by 2.
Okay.
Lil Jon, it was 8-6.
8-6.
And then the other ones
were all draw. Yeah, they were like draws. It was just if we picked one, if we agreed on one, that's a point in one artist column. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know what.
I had to try to figure it out, bro.
What you were doing on that piece of paper.
I had to try to figure it out.
That shit looks confusing.
But yeah, so T-Pain,
man.
Honestly,
I feel,
going into it, I had a feeling that he was gonna win. I feel like I've been a bigger fan of T-Pain as an artist.
It's been the same for me.
Yeah. Of course, I knew that I loved Lil Jon too, but T-Pain's my guy, bro. So ultimately, after going through this whole battle, T-Pain is our guy on the Pass the Vibes podcast. Shout out to T-Pain.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Lil Jon too, man. But as evident by this, Pain came through with all the hits.
Now, yeah, I feel like both T-Pain and Lil Jon at this point are kind of the top definitions of throwback for the millennial generation. Like when we were early teenagers going into our early 20s, they were both just putting out hit after hit after hit. And that's just how the music industry that's just how music was at that time. Autotune making a huge comeback because it's been around since the 80s, 70s, 80s, excuse me.
But T-Pain was really the guy to bring it all the way back up.
Yeah, he was the main guy to usher in the age of Autotune. And a lot of people forget that. I mean, because now
do they forget though?
People who listen to Lil Pump and shit.
The young people.
Yeah, people who listen to Future think Future is like that. Because Future technically is the voice of Autotune right now. If you think about it. Because that's all he's been doing. Well, no, in the beginning he wasn't.
Same damn time Future. That first album Future.
Yeah. That wasn't really. It wasn't Autotune though. But once he linked up with Drake and then using Autotune.
See, I would say Quavo. He's the prime definition of the auto.
But Future when I think of Autotune. Quavo.
Yeah, I'm saying right now, artists right now.
The definition of auto. No,
I think you don't think Quavo?
No, because Quavo was after, and to be honest, have you really heard anything from them? All of their projects dropped, late 2018, and then with Offset 2019. Literally, I think Future's been putting something out every year. I think. Yeah. And plus, he's the one. I mean, I'm not a huge Future fan, but I can definitely say he is the main. He's almost the primary catalyst of all the rappers that we have that came out in the late 2010s. It was because of Future. Future just has that distinct sound that a lot of rappers use right now, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, that's just how music develops and evolves, genre by genre. But whatever. I mean, that'll always be around. But at least, in my opinion, classic hip hop artists are starting to scatter all over the scene. So I really do like that.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
This was a fun episode, bro.
Yeah.
I like being able to go through all these tracks. Well, what's our time at right now?
We're actually an hour and 10 minutes.
Not that bad.
That's not too bad. I knew this was going to be the majority of it. Yeah, I didn't even get to really go into from where I left off last episode about the nightlife the nightlife fuck ups.
Well, I mean, I guess that could transition into.
I was going to talking about throwbacks because I mean, shit, some of those songs I used to listen to during the early days of going out with my friends. See,
you have way more of these stories than I do, bro. From
a lot of them suck.
From your I've never been to AC like to party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've only ever gone like for day trips, like to walk around the boardwalk and do outlets.
That's much nicer now.
Your stories and not everyone who's gone to AC comes back. It's like a mini Vegas, bro.
Yeah, in a way.
Local Vegas.
In a way, I guess. But
like actually staying in hotel rooms, dressing up to go to the clubs.
Yeah. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, wow, a lot of those times are just dumb.
I feel like that's everybody's.
Yeah,
we all look back on things we did, and it's just like, we were stupid.
You just get over it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess that's how we can close this episode on the how we decided the winner of the producer battle of Lil Jon
and T-Pain.
I
don't know if we'll be doing this for any more.
No,
I feel like
it's always random.
With these guys, it was just like
just two prominent people, prominent figures in the music game
in our era
from 2000 to literally 2010.
Plus, we know all the songs. Like I'm definitely still gonna.
There's probably like 2 songs that I didn't know.
Yeah. For me, it was just that Capleton tour remix. I never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either.
A couple other songs like the Pitbull ones I didn't really listen to that often, but I knew of all these songs. A lot of these songs have gotten a lot of burn on my playlist over the years. So I'm definitely still gonna be watching the rest of the producer battles. I still gotta watch Timbo versus Swiss Beats.
Yeah, Scott Storch and Made Fresh.
RZA and DJ Premier.
Yeah,
just battled.
Fucking crazy.
I need to watch The Dream.
The Dream and Sean Garrett. Yeah.
I'm sure that there are probably gonna be some other ones. On the comment section, someone said they want to see Usher and Chris Brown do a battle of their hits.
Wow, that's literally one spawn the other.
Bro, that could be a really good battle.
But it's producers, so.
No, they like Tory Lanez and French competed, so.
But they're both producers.
French? Montana?
Pretty sure Tory Lanez is. I don't know about French.
Nah, they just did the songs they were featured on did. So
yeah, Chris Brown versus Usher, that'd be interesting.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
the two like kings of R&B.
Yeah, hopefully they just don't give him shit.
Like we said, man,
it's all about
hopefully
the music.
They just do it about the music.
It's all about the music.
Before we close out, what rappers would you want to see go back and forth? Like I think that Chris and Usher would be a great R&B battle.
Rappers.
Like it would have to be like guys that have years in the game, like longevity. Also, I was thinking about who would Pharrell go up against. Like I don't know if they could have anyone to.
You can't. His sound is so unique, it's crazy.
Timbaland and Swiss.
They kind of have like a similar, and they have a similar production style.
And they already went back and forth. I don't know who could get matched up with Pharrell.
Nobody. I'm telling you, nobody. Like no one can go against the Neptunes. Like, I would just be like, no, Neptunes every song. Like, regardless who. You know who they would probably, if they were to do that, it'd be like Pharrell against Kanye West.
There you go. Kanye would not do it. I feel like he wouldn't.
Oh no, he wouldn't. 100%.
I feel like he definitely wouldn't do it.
No, he wouldn't.
You're right. You're right. As far as like
that makes sense as a matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I didn't even think about that.
Because I mean, they're not super similar. They're almost like polar opposites if I think about it.
But in terms of track record,
longevity, and just their status in the music industry, they're almost like I would personally put Pharrell higher in the music industry.
As would I.
But
I wish that would happen. Honestly, Kanye will never do that.
He will never do. He's not gonna do. He wouldn't do it against anybody. Like, if they, you know who they should do? They should do like I feel like J. Cole would do it.
Ooh.
Like J. Cole Kendrick. J. Cole Kendrick.
J. Cole Kendrick.
That'd be fucking dope.
They were actually teasing a ladies one. They haven't revealed who it's gonna be. Like Timbo and Swiss.
Oh.
They haven't revealed who it's gonna be.
It better not be Nicki, dude.
It would probably be Missy Elliott.
Hopefully if they do like classics. Yeah, if they do that, it'd be like...
I don't know who... Lil Kim, Missy would win, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. No, they would do someone relevant. Like, they would do...
It would have to be Nicki, but I don't know.
Yeah, Nicki and...
Cardi wouldn't do it.
No, she's too new.
She's too new.
And plus they hate each other.
Nicki and Missy?
I don't know.
Missy has production side, too.
Yeah.
Like, so she has Aaliyah.
That's what I feel like... Yeah, I feel like it should be missing someone else from that time. Like, Missy against, like, TLC. Or TLC against SW. No.
TLC would win.
They're too different. TLC against fucking Destiny's Child. That's a good one.
Ooh. Beyonce and like Mary J. No. Beyonce, Rihanna.
No. Beyonce would win every fucking... Beyonce, Rihanna might be a close one, but Beyonce would win every fucking
She has
time.
Destiny's Child.
It's just Destiny's Child. Exactly. So that's why I say it has to be Destiny's Child and TLC. You can only do their songs.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, I think they've been featured. Maybe. I don't know. But fucking Destiny's Child with Soldier and like, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls by TLC. Dude, Soldier was that shit, dude. Lil Wayne, 06 Lil Wayne.
That was 04.
05.
04.
God, I'm not even gonna do it.
Destiny Fulfilled 2004.
Dude, I don't care. I don't even know why I'm fucking looking because it's just gonna make me mad.
Bro, I'm an encyclopedia, bro.
You're not an encyclopedia.
I am.
You didn't even know my how old I was when that summer.
Yo, that didn't count. That's not a factual information that I needed to know.
If you're looking at me, I don't need to show you. Better for me.
2004, right?
I didn't look at it.
Oh.
I just started looking at Lil Wayne songs.
Oh.
I'm not gonna make myself mad.
I hope that this versus, as long as this lockdown keeps going on, I hope they keep on doing these verses though. They're highly entertaining.
Yeah, they're gonna keep.
And to bring back a lot, like they make people want to just download old music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to add a bunch of stuff to my playlist.
Oh,
now.
it's definitely a promo piece.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is a smart move for them. I mean, it's free to do. Like all you're doing is just going on IG Live and you're just playing your songs, and then you spark all of your old and new fans. Like new fans might have not heard your old shit, so no, it's a great idea to like just spark streams. For them to get some revenue while times are.
I might watch this battle again, bro, just for the entertainment aspect of it. Like I said,
yeah, they're both clowns. Dude.
This one was easily the most entertaining battle of all the ones I saw. T-Pain had props. Lil Jon had his sound effects, his soundboard. They had special club mixes.
Yeah.
Like they really took this thing. They had fun with it, but they also took it seriously. Gave the fans a show. Shout out to Lil Jon. Shout out to T-Pain.
Yeah.
And everybody that's been doing these producer battles. I'm going to watch some more. Yeah. I think this would be a good spot to end this episode.
All right. So
we'll come at you again next time with more vibes.
Were you closing it for me?
Hey,
okay. Go. Is this you closing it?
I was about to close it. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, unless you want to close it. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Pass the Vibes podcast with J-Rod.
Officially Pass the Vibes.
Officially Pass the Vibes.
Yeah.
With J-Rod and your boy Smash Adams. We'll be back at you again with another episode. Who knows what we're going to talk about?
No, yeah. It's we're going to keep structuring this shit.
We'll keep trying to come up with some good ideas and entertaining ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys have any suggestions as to what we can talk about or do, just let us know for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna try to have like friends of friends over.
Yeah.
Over my place. Just get different perspectives on different topics or just different stories. All types of
vibes, bro.
All the vibes are being passed.
All the vibes.
And also, so when I get all of this stuff like posted and everything together, I also hopefully, I will have gameplays.
Manifest that, bro.
Shut up.
Put that on your vision board.
I will have my gameplays set up as well, so you can find this podcast hopefully everywhere that I can think of, and then you'll also see it on the main things, YouTube. I'll create accounts for this shit too, so I'm gonna start creating the accounts for this media outlet that we're creating. So yeah, until next time, it's your man J-Rod.
It's your boy Smash Adams.
You're not 007, whatever. All right, it's over. Bye.
Deuces.